They're off and running. Good start for Dynamite Karma. Broke a little bit outward, but goes out for the front end. Coach Bahi is up the inside in second. Barfly backs off the pace a little bit in third. Anointed Spirits in fourth. Bottomless Refills outside of him in fifth. And Fort Charles skims the inside at the back of the pack. The pace is controlled as they go around that first turn. It's the gray. Dynamite Karma is calling the shots in the front end. Has a lead by about 2.5 lengths. Coach Bahi is off the inside a little bit in second. Fort Charles up the inside from last up into third. Then a half length to Barfly in fourth. Anointed Spirit is in second last in position about 5 lengths off the lead. And Bottomless Refills outside of him at the back as they race up the backstretch. And it's Dynamite Karma gets an early challenge from Fort Charles. And Fort Charles last early on now has a lead as they go to the half-mile pole. Dynamite Karma rates in second as it's Coach Bahi scrubbed upon for more speed in third. Anointed Spirit up the inside fourth, and then it's Barfly to the outside of Bottomless Refill. Those two about 7.5 lengths off the lead. They're on the far turn. Fort Charles made that early move for the front end. Has 2.5 furlongs to go. Has a lead by a half length. Dynamite Karma, the 3 to 5 favorite, presses to the outside in second. Anointed Spirit tracks in third. 5 lengths off the lead as Fort Charles drifts out to about the 9 path, taking Dynamite Karma even further out. Anointed Spirit saved all the ground up the inside in third. Then it's Coach Bahi in fourth. 1 furlong to go. Dynamite Karma gets the better of Fort Charles. Anointed Spirit's up the inside in third. In deep stretch, it's Dynamite Karma. Dynamite Karma wins the opener at Finger Lakes. Fort Charles holds second. Anointed Spirit third. Coach Bahi fourth. 340 to win. Race number 2 from Finger Lakes. There are no changes. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, daily double, pick 3 wagering. They're all in the gate. And they're off. Good start for Trivia. Trivia zips out for the front end. Coffee Futures up the inside second. Wabanzi splitting rivals from about 5th up into second, a half length off the lead. Fidalia's 4 wide in 4th. Then in 5th, Tracy's Girls about 2 lengths in front of Wine Trail, who's at the back of the pack. It's Trivia with less than a half mile to go. Clears off by 2. Wabanzi is niggled upon to keep up. Here's Fidalia on the outside from 4th up into a joint second. Coffee Futures at the fence. Wabanzi fights on in between horses. That cluster of 3, 2 lengths behind Trivia. Then in second last, Tracy's Girl about 7.5 lengths off the lead and a neck back to Wine Trail, who trails the field. And as this field arrives at the top of the stretch, you got to catch Trivia. Trivia comes off the turn, leading by 5 lengths. Coffee Futures on the outside is in second. Wine Trail progressing up the inside in third with a chance to maybe get into the exacta, but with the 16th to go, it's Trivia. Trivia had all the answers today. Trivia's going to win this race by about 6.5, 7. Wine Trail gets second over Coffee Futures, and Tracy's Girl fourth. Trivia picks up career win number 10, New York bred, 7-year-old Bay Mare. And they're off. One broke horribly. Interchanger about 6 lengths behind the second to last horse. It's Bobby the Tank who's forwardly placed. Banco Medici up the inside in second with No Name. Mid-flight in third to the outside of Indy Cowboy, who's improving up into third. 3 lengths back to take the edge, who's about 8 lengths in front of Interchanger, who trails the field. Bobby the Tank with the advantage on Banco Medici as they make the entry into the turn. A length and a half further to Indy Cowboy, who is in those white blinkers, improving in third. 2 lengths to With No Name. It's about 6 lengths in front of Take the Edge, and still way back to Interchanger, who trails the field. A quarter of a mile left to travel, and it's Bobby the Tank who's in charge. Bobby the Tank turns into the stretch, has a lead by, let's call it 7 lengths. Indy Cowboys on the outside in second. Banco Medici is fully extended, and then it's With No Name, who's up into third, but many lengths behind the leader, and that leader is Bobby the Tank. Bobby the Tank's running up the score. Bobby the Tank's going to win this race by a comfortable distance. Indy Cowboy will be second, With No Name third, and Interchanger fourth. Double, $7.70, exacta $9.60, 50-cent try, $11.10, dime super, $2.52. Onward to race 4. Couple jocks. And they're off. A little bit of hop in the air at the start for Z-Bear, who's last, and then Mr. JT had the check and is in the ninth and trailing position. It's Father Walsh who's sending out for the front end. Courageous Ola's in second. Almendro in a tight spot towards the inside third. Looking super. Tracks in fourth. And Skyway Trust 4 wide fifth and a couple lengths back. Noble Journey towards the inside sixth. Z Bear plays catch up seventh. And then it's Father Gandy eighth and 3 lengths to Mr. JT, who's at the tail of the field. Father Walsh clears off by 3. Over Courageous Ola tries to peck away at the margin in second. Almendro in contention in third. Then it's Looking Super fourth and Skyway Trust outside fifth. And then it's the Gray Z-Bear sixth. Noble Journey towards the inside seventh. A length and a half back to Mr. JT and Gandy dancing. And you're still trying to catch Father Walsh. Father Walsh at 20-1 has a lead by 3 lengths. Courageous Ola is all out, as well as Almendro. In Skyway Trust progressing on the far outside, but time is running out. 16th to go. Father Walsh on top. Almendro lunging at that one late. It's Father Walsh. Father Walsh pulls off the upset. Almendro second. Inside 333.50. Dime Super $445.75. Regular pick 3, if you will, $459, $55. Going up and in, they're all in the gate, and they're off. My Kind of Mischief edging out for the front end. Posse Rocks is on the outside with Queen's Cat second and third. Chuckatuck niggled upon in fourth. Then in fifth, Lady of Mercia, 5.5 lengths off the lead. Cajunette is outside of her in sixth. Then in seventh, Adjustable Rate followed up by Mission Avenue, one of the firsters. Chaos and Karma got 2 beat, and they are Thrills with No Bills, who's about a length in front of Spa City Zip, who's at the back of the pack. Onto the turn as My Kind of Mischief had the check and lost a few lengths. It's Queen's Cat on top, Posse Rocks in second. My Kind of Mischief drops back in third. Lady of Mercia is outside of her in fourth and 8 lengths off the lead. Adjustable Rate saves all the ground up the inside as they reach the top of the stretch, and Queen's Cat has opened up. Queen's Cat has a lead by about 8 lengths as Posse Rocks cannot keep up. Adjustable Rate up into second. Running on late is Cajunette as they run to the 16th pole. It's Queen's Cat. Queen's Cat is going to run this field off their collective feet. Adjustable Rate second. Thrills with No Bills rallies for third. 3-way photo for fourth. Spot $2. Exacta $796. 50-cent trifecta $4,473.75. Dime Superfecta $9,000. And they're off. Looks like a decent start. Then checking at the back there were Grand again and Don Antonio. It's Papa Paulie P, who's barreling out for the front end. Vaunted, flashing early speed in second. Not Today, Governor races in third. Image of Quality kicks on through towards the inside fourth. Passing Good Question in fifth. Makar 3 wide 6. Waffler behind horses in 7, 6.5 lengths off the lead. Then the gray in the blue is about 2 lengths in front of the trailers. Don Antonio and Grand again. They're already on the turn, and it's Papa Paulie P who clears off by a couple lengths. Vaunted in pursuit in second. Not Today, Governor outside in third. Image of Quality towards the inside fourth, then 4 more lengths. Back to Makars deep on the course. Wafflers towards the inside as they reach the top of the stretch. Papa Paulie P is the target. Has a lead by 2. Image of Quality to the outside has got dead aim on Papa Paulie P. 1 furlong to go, and Papa Paulie P has been caught by Image of Quality as it's Vaunted is on the outside in third, and Not Today Governor further out in fourth, but in deep stretch it's Image of Quality who wins by 4. Close for second between Papa Paulie P. Not Today. $227.50. 7th race from Finger Lakes, scratch number 5, Invaluable Will. Double shot, the last to load up. They're all in the gate. And they're off. Looks like a great start. Gimme the Money. Edging out for the front end. Sutton Breeze goes with that one. Sig Alert right behind the speed in third, 3 lengths off the lead. New York Riesling on the move in fourth. Broken Hearted towards the inside fifth in a space of about 7 lengths to Double Shot, who's content to sit at the tail of the field. Sutton Breeze has made the front end and opens up by a length and a half. Give Me the Money now losing second to Broken Hearted with a middle move up the fence. Sigler 3 wide in fourth, 3.5 lengths off the lead. A length back to New York Riesling, who's about 6 lengths in front of Double Shot, who trails the field. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Sutton Breeze on top, the leads two. Broken Hearted in the red blinkers, cutting into the margin in second. Sig Alert nudged to punt in third, and then it's Give Me the Money from the back. Double Shot still about 9 lengths off the lead, but is out of last as they arrive at the top of the stretch. Sutton Breeze and Broken Hearted. These two clash for the top spot. Double Shot up the inside, up into third. 4 lengths off the lead, and Double Shot is closing in with each and every stride. Broken Hearted on top. Broken Hearted has that lead over Sutton Breeze. Double Shot trying to negotiate traffic late, but it's Broken Hearted who did enough to win. Think that's Double Shot for second over Sutton Breeze. That's in final finger lengths. Scratch part of an entry, The One Can't Beat Me. Scratch part of an entry, the 2B, Son of Darkness. Also take out the 7, Smooth Tails, and number 9, Central on the gate. And they're off. Looks like a great start. Flowing River sent to the offensive by the jockey. Almond Cider is on the outside, flashing early speed in second. Max Foster, green cap in third, to the inside of Jacoba in fourth. Then in fifth, that's Bench Walk, who's to the outside of Beach Boy Al. Those two about 6.5 lengths off the lead. A margin of 3 lengths to Trap the Dream is about 3 lengths in front of Raw Courage, who's in the 8th and trailing position. As they get ready to make the entry into the turn, it's Flowing River, who has the lead by 1.5 lengths. Max Foster had to tap on the brakes slightly in second. Almond Cider outside, contending in third. 3 more lengths to Bench Walk, who's a clear-cut fourth. And then in fifth place, Beach Boy Allen, about 10 lengths off of the lead. Jacoba is in third last, 2 lengths to Trap the Dream, and many lengths to Raw Courage, who trails the field as they reach the top of the stretch. Flowing River, Max Foster is determined on the outside as Max Foster takes another crack at Flowing River in upper stretch, and these two are clear by 6 lengths over Bench Walk in third, 16th to go. Flowing River digs in along the inside. Max Foster not giving up on the outside. It's Flowing River, Max Foster. Flowing River prevails over Max Foster. Then it was Bench Walk and Trap the Dream. Ticket $30,810 and a meaningless 50 cents. 8th race, last live race here at Finger Lakes for a Monday. Next live racing date tomorrow, Tuesday. First post at 1 p.m. from high atop the roof here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. This is your track announcer, Bill Downs, signing off. Have a tremendous evening.